The Kimberley is such a beautiful place. It is such a pristine environment. The people, the landscapes, it's always held a very, very special place in my heart.
The Kimberley to me has a sense of power and energy that you can't necessarily put into words. The vastness is one thing, but just there's this sense of energy about the Kimberley that I haven't really found elsewhere.
It shows how insignificant we really are in the bigger scheme of things, because you can sweat the small stuff in life, but being out in the environment brings a sense of perspective into your life.
I grew up in the country in southwest Western Australia, and I spent a lot of time outdoors as a child. So I kind of grew up wanting to do something where I was outdoors a lot.
My love of camping now definitely came from when I was a youngster. Spending time out in the environment has always been special to me. When I'm out on the road and out camping, it really does bring a sense of being, a sense of fulfilment and a sense of being connected to the land and the country. It's hard to explain. A sense of calmness comes around you when you're on the road and when you're out, and you can see the horizon blend into the sky. So my career before RedSands was working in a bank, and worked in a bank for 17 years. I always knew that wasn't what I wanted to do forever.
I could see that he wanted to kind of get into tourism, and saw a little niche or gap in the market where we could have just a single vehicle camping product where people didn't have to tow. And to him, I guess that's just, that was that little tiny spark initiated that. When we started out, it was just Adam and I pretty much running it from our house and our garage. Now we've grown to have depots in Perth and Darwin, Broome and Kununurra. I think the founding principles of RedSands is that we want people to experience camping and the remote environment in Australia like we do. So to have, an ultimate self-drive adventure where you've got premium campers that you don't have to think about anything, that it's an easy solution to seeing and experiencing the natural beauty.
So one of the great things about having a four-wheel drive is you can get to these places that you can't otherwise get to in a normal car. So heading down dirt tracks and off-road areas away from the crowds, we really just see ourselves as an enabler to get out and experience the true wonders of Australia. What I love about my job is I get to show people my backyard. Lucy and I met at school. We were both 15, and I didn't think I had much chance with her, to be honest.
We were childhood sweethearts. We spent the last 20 plus years together. It's been a great trip. My first impressions of Adam, I guess that he was a very generous person. He had a really warm heart.
I knew Lucy was a keeper from day dot. I don't think there was ever a moment in our relationship that I didn't think we were going to be together forever. When you find the right person, you find the right person.
As we've gotten older and as our careers have kind of changed along the way, we're just always there to support each other.
I've got two boys. Owen is 17 and Flynn is 15. Both beautiful, caring young men.
Adam and I tend to travel a little bit, and so most of the time we'll take the boys with us, but sometimes it does mean that we have to leave them at home. I'll be constantly texting or messaging them both.
I started working for Adam and Lucy in 2018. So my plan initially was to come in for a few months, do the rounds, go and see some sights and then leave. But yeah, I met Adam and Lucy, and they were not only really great to work for, but really kind people. I've travelled through Kununurra a few times, so I've always had the gist that it's a very beautiful landscape. So just that kind of natural beauty that surrounds it kind of fills the residents. You kind of feel it throughout people.
Characters are what make communities, and what I've found since I've been in Kununurra is the way people have really been able to support not only myself and the RedSands team, but they support each other.
Driving around the Kimberley is a pretty phenomenal experience. You'll be driving along and then out of nowhere appears this massive cliff face towering above the road, or there might be a waterfall on the side of the road, or you could be coming around a bend and all of a sudden this massive range appears in front of you. It's a pretty surreal feeling.
This place has been here for thousands and thousands of years, and it's just untouched. Every time you go around the corner, you see this new vista or this new mountain range that you may not have seen before. And straight away my mind goes into the people that have walked across this land and how special it must have been for them.
We love stargazing on a new moon where there's just no light interference and we can just lay back in our camper chairs and look at all the stars, just to kind of realise how small you are in the universe.
I don't see us staying in the city. We see ourselves moving out of the city and up into the Kimberley very, very shortly. Every time I come, especially to the East Kimberley, a piece of my heart stays here. It's so good.